for the sake of peace, let internet be off. Because right now, we are living in an era whereby it has become difficult to control internet.
One would counter-argue that people's livelihoods, for the most part, depend on the internet. And people are earning off of the internet. Money is being made off of the internet. People are feeding families off of the internet. And for this period when the internet is down and people have no way of earning, don't you think that that would instead incite tension and violence?
No, actually, it cannot really incite violence. You see, there is money and there is peace. What is the most important thing? We take the opportunity cost. We think of what is more important, money and peace. Which is the most important? You cannot make money when there is no peace. So what is important actually is peace more than money. Okay, people are talking about they are losing businesses, they are losing, they have lost. No, they cannot transact. I was giving a very good example. 2.5 years, we were indoors. There was no business going on. People were at home actually, but people were feeding. Everything was moving on. We are here now.
Because they had internet during those 2 years.
But the internet could not bring food at home.
It was taken off at that time of voting, but throughout the 2 years,
yes,
people had a way of earning off of the internet. Online purchases, online business, where there was transactions going on through the internet. Still, someone would counter-argue it in that line, that the internet still whether you're some seated, some standing, and just waiting for the process to start. Make sure that you go to your polling station with the process to start. Make sure that you go to your polling station with your national ID and voter location slip if you have it. It isn't the process. But in case you do not have either of the two, please do not stay at home. For as long as you are a registered voter, still head over to your polling station where you registered. At least your name is there. It will be looked up, and thereon you'll be directed, you'll be verified using your thumbprint or your iris, and you'll be allowed to vote. So even without the voter location slip or the national ID, please go and vote. It should not stop you. In the meantime, I'm having a conversation with David Ocheng, who is a civic educator at Youth Uganda Initiative Program, and he's also a preacher of the gospel. And we are chewing on how to maintain peace in this season, especially through the lens of the Word of God, who created Uganda, and where our motto says, "For God and my country." Our motto is a prayer. Our national anthem is a prayer in itself. So why not involve the one who created Uganda, the one who made us Ugandans, and the one who has given us the opportunity to be Ugandans and citizens of Uganda, so that we see how to exercise peace through that lens. So yes, Ocheng, we were looking into the issue of the internet, if it either maintains peace or actually incites some bit of tension that could lead eventually to some form of violence.
Now, actually, internet could be one of the cause of insecurity. You know, for us, laymen, because I don't want to talk about, I am not a specialist in peace, I mean in security, but I can talk just something slightly in connection to do with issues in security. You know, we are living in an era whereby it is very difficult for us to monitor information. There is information that people send which is not processed. Someone just types a text and he sends it to the whole world. He does not know the implication. Someone is not a professional in security. He begins talking about security. He's not a professional in like what you're doing, but he's doing what you're doing. He did not study any mass communication. He's an illiterate. He's just posting anything. So he does not know the implication of what would come after what he has exactly sent. No, people do not know the implication of messages that they send to the world. That's where we are having a very big problem. It is the reason why the government has come up for the sake of peace, to see that at least we need peace. Let internet first be off for this time. I do not exactly refuse that, okay, there are some people whose livelihoods is based on internet. Yes, but peace is paramount. Without peace, you cannot have that internet. You understand? Because without peace, everything can be just destroyed within only one day. And you lose everything. You lose the peace, lose the internet, lose even the business you're talking about. So what we should exactly treasure most is peace. What we should treasure most is what government is doing. Because government has the responsibility of protecting people, protecting citizens with all their properties. For them, they think it wiser that it is, if Internet is on, it might cause a problem because of the unprocessed information. Because when you hear people say that for them, they will declare themselves, what does that mean? And yet the Constitution gives a right to electoral commission, a constitutional right, that it is only them who are supposed to announce the results of the elections. Now, this is where it comes in. So if people come in and say, we are going to make sure that we announce ourselves, even when they have lost, or because there is nobody who is a loser who will accept to be a loser, called a loser. This is where the problem is coming in. We have politicians who do not know actually what politics is. They just come into politics because they just hear politics. But if someone knew what is the ingredients of a politician, as I was explaining, that a politician should be in position to know that there is losing and there is winning. So if I lose, I have to concede. I have to concede defeat. But most people don't want to concede defeat. And that's where the issues of insecurity is coming in.
Right. Now, allow me ask what responsibilities you think religious leaders in this time hold, what they're supposed to do, what their role is in this time, which I believe they should have started playing even before today. But on this particular day, what do you think religious leaders, what role do you think religious leaders can play in helping stabilize the peace of the country?
Now, religious leaders are very much pivotal into the peace of this country, because that is where we have the prophets, that's where we have the preachers of the word, the apostles, we have the evangelists, name them. But I want to take you back into the book of Mark chapter 12 verses 28 to 29. The book of Mark chapter 12 verses 28 to 29. A Pharisees came to Jesus and asked him and said, these things you do, it can only be done by a man from God. He called him a man because he didn't know what he was. Then Jesus, he asked him, said Jesus, which is the greatest commandment among the all? So he was meaning about the 10, because there are 10 commandments. So he was asking him, which is the greatest commandment of all? Then Jesus looked at him. When he looked at him, he answered him. He said, I tell you, the greatest commandment that you'll ever have, that love your God with all your soul, with all your heart, your soul, your mind, and all your strengths. And he said, this is the greatest commandment. And the second one, Jesus says, you shall love your neighbor as you love yourself. And he said, there is none other commandment greater than this. So Jesus put it very clearly that there is no any other commandment that is greater than love. Whoever does not have love cannot have peace in him. In a home which does not have love, there is no peace in it. When you see a man running away from his home, know that there is no love. But where there is love, there is peace. So religious leaders right now should be preaching the word of Jesus Christ. We must love our neighbors as we love ourselves. This is the gospel that the president of this nation, the outgoing president, okay, let me say, because we haven't yet elected the outgoing president right now, until we elect another one. This is the message that our president has been preaching. We must be united as religious leaders. We must be united as politicians. Unity only comes when there is love. Even right now, as we are contesting. Yesterday I was explaining, I think in NTV, I was telling them that where there is love, there is unity. Where there is no unity, there is no love. So we are supposed to love each other. So in this period of time, we are supposed to love each other. I want to bring it to you to show you the power of unity. Electoral Commission dispatched people to go and campaign. They dispatched them, everyone went with his color, everyone was speaking upon his own party. Right now, as we talk, they were called again by the same Electoral Commission to come and preach the gospel, to come and campaign. So, to come and vote. That exactly means that we are one people. Why did they say that everyone should go and vote in maybe a polling station of his own party? We were brought together again. We are now together. You are seeing everyone is, whether FDC, whether NRM, whether
Palm Jabal Ali provides a clear framework. With Coral Dune, the aim was to create something natural, yet very personal. The villa celebrates horizontality. Every line was drawn from the landscape, the skies and the vistas. Materials such as travertine, marble and wood are more than finishes. This is island living redefined, where every moment celebrates singular beauty of Palm Jabal Ali.
Accept the law and order. People do not want to accept the law of the country. You understand? You see, when you do not accept the law, my brother, my sister who is watching me, the law will have to deal with you. Now, I was hearing people complaining about the deployment of police, deployment of soldiers, deployment of other political, security operatives who are in plain clothes, that they are doing intimidation. It is the responsibility of government to make sure that there is peace. Anything can happen. It is the responsibility of government of protecting Ugandans with all their properties, with whatever they have. So, these soldiers we are seeing, these are our brothers, these are our sisters. They have not been imported from anywhere. They are our children. They are our own children, for those people who have children in the forces. So, I do not see why people should complain and say, but you see, they are bringing soldiers. These soldiers are trained, they are children trained from us. They are children who are gotten from our own families. So they are not strangers. Actually, if they are doing their work, they are doing the work for their own country. So these people are there to maintain peace. Whoever is complaining about those soldiers is the wrong person. But if you're not a wrong person.
And if we're to speak in line with that, do you think that the government has done enough to sensitize Ugandans on what exactly the role of these security agencies is, why they have been deployed, what exactly they are there to do, as opposed to causing that tension in the hearts of Ugandans? Because I believe sensitization is part of promoting peace when one's heart is content and understands what's going on.
I think yesterday in the press conference, and yesterday but one, the IGP came up and explained very clearly to the nation, only that it is very unfortunate that there are some people who do not have TVs, but it was also connected to radios. That's where now the government, in the next government has to think about the flow of information, that at least should be in position to make sure that every home state should be having a radio for access of information. Because this is, not to divert, this is one of the feedbacks that we got when we were carrying out the civic education. Most of the people do not get the information that is given out by government. You find people in the villages might think they are informed and yet they are not informed. But the IGP came up and said they are going to deploy accordingly, according to the Constitution of Uganda. The role of the police is to keep law and order. The role of the soldiers is to keep security. There's security, there's law and order. So here we have security, we have also law and order. But in this case, when you talk about law and order, it is within the polling station. When you talk about insecurity, there are also other people who are doing their own things that concern security. And that's why they say that if police fails to do its mandate, or if police is overwhelmed,
right,
then the soldiers will have to come in. This was communicated clearly with by the IGP.
Indeed.
Yes.
Now, excuse me, our time is fast spent, and I'd like for you to give us your parting shots so that we get to the field and see what the situation is on there.
As I was telling you, we are celebrating 40 years of peace. We are celebrating 40 years of unity. We are one Uganda. So those who have made it to go and vote, those who have not voted, we pray that they make the rightful decision. We pray that their mind should not really change by other people. People should vote by their own mind. Let them have the conscience of the person they want. Let them have a critical thinking of electing the leaders they want. Because as I was telling you, that when we were carrying out the civic education, we were telling people that their vote matters a lot.
Indeed.
Their vote is very important to the governance of this country.
Right. Yes. Your vote is very important to the governance of this country. That has been David Ocheng. He is a civic educator at Youth Uganda Initiative Program, a preacher of the gospel as well, and he came in peace to preach the message of peace that we all need as Ugandans. Thank you very much, David Ocheng, for blessing us with your time. Now, at this opportune time, we are getting some footage from the field to see what's transpiring in the different areas of Uganda. It's about 29 minutes left to 10 a.m. Voting started already at 7 a.m. and we want to see the different areas, if the numbers indeed are adding up, if people are turning up in large numbers. The only area so far I've had that had large numbers turning up in zeal to vote was in Luwero. Other areas, so far it still rains and droplets of people turning up. So let's see what's transpiring in other areas. Good morning.
Electing your leaders at various elective positions is your fundamental human right. Here's how to cast your vote safely and correctly. Step 1. Go to the polling station where you're registered. Step 2. Present your national ID or voter location slip for officials to confirm your name on the register. Step 3. Your identity is verified using the Biometric Voter Verification Kit, fingerprint or face scan. Biometric verification is mandatory to ensure only eligible voters vote. Step 4. Your ballot is scanned and issued to guarantee it's valid. Step 5. Mark your choice in secret, cast your ballot and get inked. Polling runs from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Your identity protected, your vote secure. Turn up and vote. My vote, my voice.
This December, all eyes in Morocco. Africa assemble. All dreams are heading one way.
All passion, all fire. Because here, we play different.
Choose your side.
Show your colors. Bring your flag.
And we welcome you to Morocco.
You guys ready?
Time to wake up.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight? Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules, plant extract, scientific ratio, take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day, don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
My question is, what is the difference between rental tax and income tax? How comes I'm paying both taxes on my own premises? If you want to have a tin, but you are not making any income from your business, you should take on the obligation to continue filing your nil return.
Commissioner General, to invest in taxation, when people understand taxes and they know the importance of taxes and they know the fair assessment of these taxes they're supposed to pay, I think everybody will embrace taxation.
As banning groupage cargo clearance protects small traders who cannot afford to import full container loads individually and rely on consolidation to remain competitive. Cargo to come in groupage is consolidation, it's legitimate, and we can't ban it. What we have banned Fiona, the good news I have for you is that among the new tax proposals,
now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887 and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Booza Commissioner.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotelconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
Pick of the day on UBC.
He expected me to die like within the first 2 years. Out of the womb,
the child will get pains, especially in the wrists. And this happens commonly when children are starting to walk.
Was brought to you by
I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby don't know.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks. Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotelconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
On your screen, Uganda goes to the polls in the general elections 2026. And as you can see on your screen, we have footage of the electorate, voters who have already started exercising their right. News coming in is that is in Sembabule district. Sembabule is part of Uganda's cattle corridor and has long been considered an NRM stronghold. However, NUP made notable inroads during the 2021 general elections. What we can see on the screen is Ugandans making that decision. And the election officer there is guiding some of the Ugandans as to how to vote, how to exercise their right, how to use the Benson and to use the material at the polling stations. You're watching UBC TV here to inspire you. And of course, this season we're inspiring you with everything election related. As Ugandans go to the polls, today is the 15th day of January 2025, and Ugandans are voting for who the next president of Uganda will be, the next member of parliament of their constituencies is going to be. Now, I believe we have more footage that is coming through, but looking at some of the unopposed candidates, 2026 general elections, already members of parliament. Akumu Catherine Mavenjina, NRM card. Akumu Catherine is a Ugandan lawyer, politician, and former magistrate serving as the older person's member of parliament for northern Uganda, elected unopposed in 2026, known for legislative experience, women's rights advocacy, social policy leadership, and community representation. She is already a member of parliament in the 12th August House. Emmanuel Banya, still of the NRM, President of Uganda and woman MP of Katakwi district, elected unopposed in 2026. She previously served as education minister and continues championing national development, women's empowerment and governance. She's actually on the list of women who have served in the current government, the list of women who have served at higher realms. Anita Annette Among is one of those women, and she is also unopposed. Anita Annette Among is Uganda's Speaker of the 11th Parliament and woman member of Parliament for Bukedde District. She was elected unopposed in 2026 general elections recognized for firm leadership, legislative experience, constituency representation, and overseeing parliamentary business, debate, and national lawmaking processes. Nationwide democratic governance as well there. Now, the 6th member of parliament who is unopposed and is ready to serve in the 12th August House is NRM's Thomas Tayebwa, Uganda's deputy speaker of the current 11th parliament and member of parliament for Ruhinda North. He has been elected unopposed in the 2026 general elections. A trained lawyer known for parliamentary leadership, policy debate, regional representation, and promoting effective legislative oversight, accountability, transparency, cooperation, nationally development. And if you ask me, he is also one member of parliament as a deputy speaker, one with a very calm demeanor. Now, the other member of parliament, 7th at that, still under the NRM ticket, is Fiona Nyamtoro. She is the National Female Youth Member of Parliament currently in the 11th Parliament of Uganda, and she is also the current Minister of State for Minerals in the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, to which she was appointed in March 2024. She has been elected unopposed to the 12th Member of Parliament. Those are 6 members of parliament representing the NRM ticket. Now, the 7th that we are looking at, still under the NRM ticket, Ofono Pondo, former executive director of Media Center Uganda, and has been elected unopposed to the 12th parliament, advocating elderly welfare, social protection, policy inclusion, and representing senior citizens' interests within Uganda's national legislative framework, governance, equity, dignity, and representation there. 7 of them so far that we've seen. Emmanuel Banya, we've talked about him already, and looking at 7 members of parliament so far. Now, Lilian Paparu Obiale is the 8th member of parliament ready to serve in the 12th August House under the NRM ticket. Lilian Paparu Obiale is the woman member of parliament for Arua district and has been elected unopposed in 2026 general elections, representing West Nile women, focusing on community development, social services, gender advocacy, and legislative participation in national parliamentary affairs, governance, inclusion, equity, representation, and policy. That brings us to the 9th member of parliament unopposed under the NRM ticket, Ruth Rujoki Mushabe. She is the woman member of parliament for Chirhura district and has been elected unopposed in the 2026 general election, focusing on rural development, women empowerment, agriculture support, constituency service, and active participation in Uganda's parliamentary legislative processes, governance, representation, policy, oversight, inclusion, and equity. Now, the 10th member of parliament, I hope I still have my mathematics right. I believe I've counted now 10. This is the 10th, and this is Geneva Arenaitwe, still under the NRM ticket, making it 10 members of parliament that we have so far counted as those looking forward to serve under the 12th parliament. Geneva Arenaitwe is the woman member of parliament for Rubirizi district. She has been elected unopposed to the 12th parliament. She focuses on education, health, women's rights, rural development, and bridging grassroots issues with national legislative priorities. Now, looking at the 11th member of parliament under the NRM ticket, already serving, looking forward to serving under the 12th parliament, is Emily Kugonza, a Ugandan politician and incumbent member of parliament for Buyanja East constituency in Chibare district, elected unopposed ahead of the 2026 general elections after no other candidate was validly nominated for the seat. He or she, Emily ideally is a female name, but the picture we see on the screen is a male, and elected right there. So far we've counted 11 members of parliament, nominated candidates, 83,597 candidates altogether. Elective positions for these candidates are 32. And looking at the polling stations we have for the 2026 general elections, 50,739 polling stations in 71,214 villages, all in Uganda, expected to vote for their member of parliament and president of Uganda. Registered voters are 21,681,491 people. Women making it to 53%, more than the men, of course, who are at 47%. That is about 10 million men, over 10 million men voting, expected to vote today, and over 11 million women expected to vote today. That is the gender breakdown for you. But even in the 2021 general elections, women were sought to have been higher in number of registered voters than the men. Voter count per region, looking at the West Nile, 1,394,343 people. In the northern, 2,074,138. Karamoja has 425,044 people. Central has 1,003,745. The Eastern has 1,096,255 people. And the Elgon region has 2,188,393. The Western has 2,748,917. Southwest has 2,724,108. Kampala has the highest number, 5,871,635, and Kira has 2,154,893 voter count per region as it stands on there. Now, looking at the elective positions that we do have 8 presidential candidates and directly elected members of parliament. We do have 2,025 members contesting for directly elected members of parliament. And looking at those contesting for district women representative to parliament, we do have 640 of them looking to contest, and asking voters to give them votes. Out of those, we are expecting 146 members of parliament as women representatives to the Parliament of Uganda. And just so you should know that the source indeed is the Electoral Commission that gives these numbers. Now, looking at incumbents who are not returning to Parliament, Jimmy Akena, MP for Lira City East Division, opted out after presidential ambitions were blocked. And Peace Mutuzo, woman member of Parliament from Bunyangabu, opted out after losing NRM primaries. And Timuzigu Michael, MP for Kajara County, not contesting for the 2026 general elections. Those are the incumbents not returning. More of the incumbents that are not returning, we have Agnes Taka, woman MP Bujiri District, opted out, and Davis Kamukama, MP Bunyangabu County, opted out as well. Davis Kamukama's name is very similar to one of our comrades here on the Good Morning Uganda set. We do have Remulikia Ibanda, who is MP for Ntoroko County, not contesting for 2026 general elections. Now, those are some of the incumbents that are not returning. More of them, we do have Musa Echweru, member of parliament for Amuria County, opted out as well. Bashil Kazibwe, man that has got a lot talking, MP Kawempe South, opted out as well for reasons that many could know. And Mary Tumwine, woman MP for Ntoroko District, opted out as well and not returning to the 12th August House. Muhammad Nsereko, MP Kampala Central Division constituency, opted out. And we do have Victoria Rusoke, woman MP Kabarole District, opted out as well. Geoffrey Macho, MP for Busia Municipality, opted out as well. Stephen Mugabe, MP Bukholi County, opted out. And we do have Stephen Kagwela, who also opted out as well, MP Buriaha County. And Tom Botime, MP Mwenge County Central, Chenjojo District, opted out as well. Incumbents not returning is the list that we are looking at, all right? Donald Katarihwa is MP Mwenge County South, Chenjojo, opted out. David Livingstone, MP Butembe County, opted out. And Boaz Kasirabo, MP for Kochi County, opted out as well. Now let's look at those who are disqualified from the parliamentary race. Sarah Charimpa, an aspirant for Woman MP Isinjiro District under the NUP ticket, was disqualified due to duplicate supporters' signature. Matthias Walukaga, an aspirant for Busiro East MP NUP, was disqualified due to expired academic documents. Elizabeth Kankwanzi, an aspirant for Youth MP, was disqualified due to nomination papers that were invalidated due to some irregularities, and Elizabeth was under the NRM ticket. Patrick Mutabwire, an aspirant for Older Persons Representative, Western Region MP, was also disqualified due to insufficient supporter signatures. Now, my worry is the number of invalid votes, especially for those whose names already appear on the ballot papers. Now, unable to get on the ballot, we do have in the mayoral race 11 plus, parliamentary race 11 plus, and presidential race 20 plus. We do remember the 20 plus numbers that went to pick forms from the Electoral Commission in regards to contesting as the next president of Uganda, and many were left out at the stage of nomination, especially due to beating deadlines and the like. We're looking at some statistics as by the Electoral Commission as to the candidates we have, those who are contesting, those who are not coming back, those who failed to make it to the ballot. These are the different statistics that we are looking at. Uganda goes to the polls 2026. So be part of the conversation. Uganda is dark right now for anyone who might be watching, and excuse me, and we are only able to communicate via text message. It's 2026 as Ugandans exercise their rights to the 2026 general elections, voting for who their next president is. And this election, as always, does have observers. In just a minute or in a few, we are going to head to Zimbabwe as Ivan Kahwa gives us an update of what's on ground on there. But in the meantime, looking at observers, we do have categories of observers to monitor Uganda's 2026 general elections. And we do have national observers on there, local-based citizens, institutions, and groups like CSOs. We also have international observers, bodies like the European Union, African Union, East African Community, ECOWAS, SADC, and UN observers, etc., who are in the country to make sure that they monitor Uganda's general elections 2026. Now, as Mr. Chigozi told us earlier on, he did mention that the role of observers is very important, and that you as a voter should make maximum use of these election observers who are at your polling station. Some of the roles we should look at them a little later on. Let's get in touch with Ivan Kawa, who is in Zimbabwe. Good morning, Ivan.
Good morning to you, Julie, and thank you so much. We are in Rwemiyaga County, and at specifically Bogere polling station, where voting has already started, and quite a number of voters have engaged in this specific exercise. And now we want to talk to some of the people who have already cast their vote in this area to see what they tell us about the process and what next when they leave this specific polling station. Thank you for joining us, Madam. Kindly introduce yourself to the viewer out there, and you explain to us, when you came to this polling station, how has the process been?
Oh, thank you very much. I came to this place where I usually vote. It looks calm. I'm seeing no sticks. Our people are lining up properly. They are voting.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I get perfect notes from every meeting. I click this toggle to send my AI note taker to my meetings, even if I can't attend. My AI note taker records the entire meeting and creates a full transcript. After the meeting, I get a doc with the recording, takeaways, and even the action items. AI turns these action items into tasks so we actually get things done. ClickUp makes work easy, from personal projects to running a multi-billion-dollar company. Click the link below to create your workspace for free.
As you came in, there were some people who are disgruntled just right at the gate. Have you heard about that information, or is it in relation to what you've explained to us, seeing strangers?
They don't know what is happening inside, so what they are talking out there is not really what is happening inside. Inside, people are voting properly. Outside there, people are saying, oh, they have already voted. It is not true. People should come and cast their vote.
Thank you so much, Madam. Well, that is an update from one of the voters. She has already cast her vote, and there are quite a number of other people that are undertaking or going through this specific exercise. Now, when you look, Dan, you can kindly show that. Now, when you look at that specific area, that's where the people are starting from. That's where they are getting the ballot papers from, and from there they proceed to the next step, where they tick their preferred candidate, and then they go to the box where they put in their ballot papers, and the process continues and continues. But I am joined by a polling agent at this specific area. Kindly extend a little bit. I'm joined by a polling agent at this specific area to give us an update regarding the entire exercise from the time it started up until now. But I am reliably informed that in quite many areas across the Rwemiyaga County, the biometric verification machines have apparently failed to work, and they have resorted to using the manual option. But let's get an update from the agent. Kindly introduce yourself to the viewer.
I'm Kanto Sam, polling assistant here on Tus Metropolitan polling station. Thank you.
So briefly, take us through the process. When the person who is supposed to vote comes at this polling station, what happens?
When you enter, immediately after entering, there are some police constables. They give you an order of entering. Then after, you go down to our presiding officer. He gives you voting. Yeah. Then you come here and the polling assistant. he shows you where to press you after voting.
Now, at what point, where is the BVVK machine at that point?
The BVVK machine is there with the one who works with it. He is there with the presiding officer, but it has abruptly stopped working.
Didn't you test these kits before coming to the polling station?
They have been tested well, yes, and they have been verified as well. Yeah.
Have you already informed the Electoral Commission regarding that shortfall that you have faced?
Yes.
And is there any feedback?
Yeah, they have told us to vote generally, so long as one is in the Electoral Commission register. Yeah.
So how do you find the effectiveness of using the manual register than the digital one?
This manual register is well as good because it shows all people in this area. Yet the other digital one, some of them were casted in different areas, but this one here has the clear information. And some of them never received their voter slips, but when they are here in what? Register. Yes.
So someone is done with the register just like how it is happening. Kindly tell us, these boxes represent which kind of seat and for which candidates, briefly.
Okay. Here, this first box here, it represents the presidentials. After voting, after ticking from there, then you cast your paper here. And this second one is for the elect MP. The main ones, the male ones, yeah. And the other one for female woman MPs, the last one.
And then we're seeing some people who are seated in the jurisdiction of the polling station. Who are those people?
They are agents for the candidates. Yeah, they are the ones seated the other side.
So are you coordinating with other polling stations regarding how the process is moving and faring?
Yes.
What could be the update that you're having?
The update that I have is that all BVVK machines have stopped working in Romiaga constituency. I don't know other areas, but here in Romiaga they have all stopped abruptly.
Okay. Yes. All right, thank you so much, sir. We do really appreciate for your time. Please, kindly. Now, this gentleman I've just spoke to actually sits on this green seat. And in case anyone comes to vote and they have a challenge, these are the people who are guiding them on how to do it. And we have seen several elderly women, elderly men who are having issues with their vision, and they have been guided very well to see that they proceed to engage in this specific exercise. Well, earlier on, before we entered this specific polling station, there were a number of people who are raising allegations regarding the process, and they were showing disgruntlement, and others alleging that there are people who had already, ticked some ballot papers, but we treated that as an allegation. And when we entered the polling station, the issues happening here are totally different. But what we can confirm now from the information we have got, that the BVVK machines across Remiaga County have apparently failed to work. But that doesn't mean that the voting will not take place. The physical registers are being used to ensure that they confirm that the right people are voting from the right place. For now, that is the update I can give you from this specific area of Remiaga County. But at this polling station where I am is where General Rwashande, Brigadier General, will be voting from. And any time from now, I am informed that he will be coming in to cast his specific vote. For now, I hand back to studio.
Thank you very much, Ivan, for that detail. And it's absurd that the BVVKs are not functioning. I understand that part of the use of the manual registers was to help see those who are in the registers and then confirm them using the BVVKs, which were supposed to also help in ballot stuffing. Now, given that it's in Remiaga, a place that is a hot spot, I wonder what it will turn out to be like. But I hope, Ivan, you're able to get back to us and give us the security feel of the area, as we very well know. But in the meantime, updates coming in from some of the polling stations that were earlier on visited during the early morning hours. That is City House here in Kampala. City House, William Street, polling station A, B, and C. Nakasero 4 polling station. At that time of the early morning, polling had not yet started, as Jethro Kasaija had been there. And Usafi Chisenyi polling station, Jordan Lukomwa indeed did inform us that polling had not started. Let's hear from what Jethro Kasaiji managed to collect from the City House, William Street, AB.
One trading account. Infinite potential. Apply in minutes. Fund securely with multiple methods. Trade thousands of products with competitive pricing. Pro Tool.
To go. You are watching UBC TV this early morning. Now 28 minutes left to the first day of voting, eventually starting. And that is for this voting season. My name is Julie F. Nantaba. This is a day that we thank God for, because it's another day that is writing history. History to be written yet again for Uganda. Whichever way it transpires, we are here to bring you the stories as they unfold. I am with Robert Chirabo Nyonyitono and Joan Murunju. Super excited for this season, that as the A team, we are looking forward to making sure that we put a smile on your face, but not only that, we keep you updated in every single step along the way. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Julie.
Well?
I'm well, very, very excited, because here on UBC, as we inspire you, we are ready to bring you whatever is transpiring throughout the elections. Where I've passed as I was coming, of course, yes, it's true, the streets are relatively empty.
Yes.
But I passed via Lunguja police station, and I saw a security briefing taking place. It was around, I think, 5:20, and I was impressed because, you know, these briefings are very vital in such critical times. And of course, I also saw some police patrols trying to keep an eye on the Ugandans and promoting peace in this general election. The day is today, and of course, you out there, go and cast your vote peacefully. Good
Definitely,
morning.
sir. Robert, good morning.
A lovely morning to you, Julie, and of course, Joanne, and above all, our viewer. Thank you very much for waking up with us on this day, where again history is going to be made, that Ugandans went to the polls. Now, 2021, on such a day, on the 15th, we were not going for the elections, because we had held our elections the previous day, which is on the 14th.
Right.
Now people were eager, waiting and wondering at what time will they declare. But remember, the law is very clear: within 48 hours from closure of polling, Justice Simon Byabakama should have announced who will be the winner in this election. Two of the 8 will take the day. And of course, at district level, parliamentary results will be flowing in, and there the winners will know.
Yes.
Yeah, because
so.
we'll know who has taken the day. But all in all is get up, wake up, dress, go and cast your vote, because by 4 p.m. the polling constable will stand at the end of the line, the last person in the queue. And when that one is done, you won't have an opportunity to cast your vote. But also make sure you know what to do. We do not want invalid votes. 2021, we had over 40,000 invalid votes. That means people who woke up, went to the polling station, didn't know what to do. Yes, Julie.
Very interesting at that. And if you talk about invalid votes, there are a few that are expected, especially for where Amaveus Walukaga was standing. The fact that he shall appear on the ballot paper, there's an expectation of those mistakes taking shape, that people will anyway vote for him. But unfortunately, it will be an invalid vote. But anyways, 8 presidential candidates that we have to vote for on this particular day, the 15th of January 2026, pardon me. Why am I going all the way back to that year? But looking at these 8 presidential candidates, why not take a trip at their profiles and look at who they are, where they started from, and what their journey looks like. Starting off with the NRM flag bearer, that is candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Born on the 15th of September 1944 in Ntungamo district, that is in Uganda. He is a veteran politician, and he is one who is known to definitely tell the history of his name. His father, the late Amos Kaguta, fought in World War II, and his father was served under the 7th Battalion, and that's how he named the son Museveni, Tuminyaba Seveni, who fought under the 7th Battalion, and that's how he got his name, Museveni. Now, he is a revolutionary leader and soldier who has served as president of Uganda since 26 January 1986, making him one of Africa's longest-serving leaders. He was educated at Chamate Primary School, Mbarara High School, Ntare School, and the University of Dar es Salaam, where he studied economics and political science and became deeply involved in Pan-African and liberation ideologies. Museveni led the National Resistance Army, NRA, to power after a 5-year guerrilla war that ended years of political instability. Under his leadership, Uganda experienced relative stability, economic liberalization, and growth in infrastructure, education, healthcare, and regional influence, including peacekeeping missions in Somalia. The other candidate that would pique your interest is definitely Mugisha Muntu, who was born in 1958, a Ugandan politician and retired military officer, known for his disciplined leadership style, integrity, and commitment to institutional development. He joined National Resistance Army during the Bush War and rose through the ranks to become Army Commander between 1989 and 1998, where he was credited with professionalizing the Army and the armed forces and instilling discipline. And indeed, you can tell that his stature, he is such a disciplined man. After leaving the military, Muntu entered opposition politics, serving as president of the Forum for Democratic Change, FDC, from 2012 to 2017. And in 2009, he founded the Alliance for National Transformation, and following internal disagreements within the FDC, he has contested for the presidency and consistently advocates for gradual democratic reform, strong party structures, and ethical leadership rooted in institutions rather than personalities. Now, definitely, I'll allow Robert Chirabo Nyonyintono to give us the other profiles that he has at hand to look into some of the 8 presidential candidates for whom you are voting this morning. Robert.
Well, I'll go for Joseph Mabirizi. Now, Joseph Mabirizi is a Ugandan lawyer, author, and a public interest litigator, recognized for his persistent engagement with constitutional law and governance issues. Trained in law and admitted to the Uganda bar, Mabirizi filed several high-profile petitions challenging constitutional amendments, presidential eligibility, and the interpretation of key legal provisions. Beyond litigation, he is an author of books and a legal commentator focused on constitutionalism, leadership, ethics, and civic responsibility. His work has sparked national debate and court rulings, positioning him as a controversial yet influential figure in Uganda's legal and political atmosphere, known for his uncompromising approach to constitutionalism and accountability. Now, away from Joseph Mabirizi, we go to Frank Kabinga Burira, who is a Ugandan lawyer, politician, and a civic leader.
Dubai. Are you looking for delicious, personalized meal plans with full dietitian support to help you achieve your weight goal?
Here's something the luxury sales industry just doesn't want to admit: that 99% of your
Welcome.